Today I'm going to show you how to do a hip hinge, which is an extremely important foundational move. Once you know how to hinge at your hips, you can do so many other things better. And it's something that a lot of us have a really hard time with, like that fractionality of our body, right? We want to, if we're hinging, we end up rounding through our spine instead of hinging at your hips. And it's hard to be able to get your brain to tell your body what you want to do. So, but like anything, practice makes it better. So with a hip hinge, your feet are hip distance apart, triangle in your feet, ball the big toe, ball the little toe, heel, all equally weighted. Dome of your foot is lifted, micro bend your knees, chest is out, head is back, and you're just going to hinge forward. Sit bones go wide at the back, and then you use your bum, your hamstrings, and your core to pull back up. So it's a fabulous exercise to work your posterior chain, all the muscles of your back, your body, which for most of us are quite weak because we're sitting like this one. Now I'm going to show you from the side, because it's actually quite challenging. Most people, they don't hinge from here, they kind of round through your back. So this is your pivot point, right here. Nothing above it changes, nothing below it changes. Chest out, you hinge over, your sit bones go wide. At the bottom, make sure you have your triangle, engage your bum and your hamstrings, and your core, and you pull back up. Okay? If you feel like your knees are wibble wobbling in, you would take the band. You do the hinge with the band. So when you hinge over, you have to connect it to the band, which activates your glutes. Okay? Core. If you feel like your legs are sort of splaying out, then you can put something in between your inner thighs, which will get that inner thigh line. And as always, if you're like, I don't know which one, should I be doing the outer line, the inner line? Either do a couple of both, or just stick with the basic no prompts. That's level one. Level two, we would do the hip hinge with 1 foot in kickstand. So I just have my toe on the floor, and this leg is sort of 90% of the weight. Chest out, I hinge over, core. Sit bones are wide, and then I come back up, and I make sure I stay engaged, I'm not rounded. Next level after that would be an eccentric lower, and then kickstand on the way up. So I lift my one leg, I make sure this hip stays down towards the floor because it's going to want to rotate up. So both your hip bones or your headlights are facing forward. Okay, engage, hinge with my leg up, and then you can see that my knee wants to cave in, my toe goes down, I fight the knee caving in, I engage my bum, and I stand up. The next level would be to keep that back leg off the floor time to time. It might be more challenging. Again, I know that my knees like to cave in, so I got to fight that. Okay, I go all the way over, keep that hip down, engage my bum, engage my core, and then come back up. I like adding a little hip flexor sort of press at the top. And then obviously the next level after that would be to hold weights. So work at your own level. Don't go ahead of yourself, but also challenge yourself. It's kind of tricky. You got to find that Goldilocks zone where you're working hard enough to get stronger, but not so hard that you hurt yourself. Make sure you breathe, and I would even say try it in front of a mirror or get somebody to video you so you can really see what you're doing, because sometimes how we think we're moving our body is not how our body is actually moving. And again, if you get frustrated and you're like, oh my God, my body's not working right, no body works correctly. It's all about just figuring out where your opportunities for growth are and finding joy in the process of getting stronger. Okay, have fun.